question is, are we going to do this in a thoughtful, considered, smooth way, or are we going to crash land? Right. And I think, the other thing I'll point out here is, the school district has been operating all year with this hanging over it. Right. And I give so much credit to the teachers and the administrators that have been operating day to day. I have 3 children in elementary school. And, when I think about what those teachers are going through and how they're holding up and, putting a brave face on it and focusing on the kids, it's really tough. Right. I think what we're starting to see in the district, though, is people are leaving for other districts. Right. So you have a talent drain, right? Because people need the job security. So, one of my children lost their teacher over Christmas break. They went to another district, and I don't fault that teacher one bit for making that decision that was best for her career and her family. But it's very difficult. And I think if we are not able to stabilize the school funding situation with this vote, well, that's going to continue then with no end in sight, right? Because if every year we're facing this, huge crunch and it's unclear if the town is going to support the schools or not, then we're going to lose talented educators to other districts, and then we're going to struggle to attract replacements. The other thing here is it's clear with this structural deficit, with transportation costs rising so much and healthcare costs rising so much, that there needs to be a re-engineering or a reimagining of how the Montclair School District operates, right? So whether that's looking at our magnet system, which has increased busing costs that are, potentially going to get cut in this vote, whether that's looking at the number of schools we have, whether that's looking at, how much we pay for out-of-district placements, and do we want to invest and start to bring some of those services back so that we're not paying for the out-of-district placements. All of those conversations need to happen. They're things that take more time than we have for next September. So, a yes vote has really always been about stabilizing the current situation, just, getting us through without the most draconian cuts so that the school district can do those other things in a thoughtful way, right? So it's kind of like, there needs to be a right sizing here. The question is, are we going to do this in a thoughtful, considered, smooth way, or are we going to crash land, right? 10 million in cuts is a crash landing.
Yes, it is. It is.